Hi. Turns out I'm back. I don't know how long today's game is gonna last, but if it lasts 3 hours, I would have spent like about 6 hours today streaming. Bizarre place to be in. Also, I closed the curtain and the window, but it's like getting a little stuffy in here. So I'm gonna open that up if I can get this curtain to open. Thank you. My feet stink. So this morning we did some work on the Aruba game, mostly removing excess lines of code and making a diagram. But I do think that's like a large component of what game development is. Why am I the other way around? Hi, now everything's normal again. You're no longer hearing me speak backwards. Today we're starting on a new adventure. Which is to say, I have an idea for a video that requires me to play through about 3 games that are all, in some capacity, related to adventure games. No, what? Movies. They're movie adaptations that got turned into adventure games in the 1990s. And I believe they all do things slightly differently. So I want to... There'll probably be an angle there about how they do things slightly differently. I might as well open up a freaking notes file for this. Hey Defines! Hope you're doing well today. Always good to see you in chat. Flop movie adventures notes. New notes. What's the word I'm trying to type here? Stream notes. Today is 21/07/26. Eraser turnabout. So the thing is, from what I can tell, this game won't last very long. I don't know if we're already... I have all 3 of them installed. And the 3 are Eraser Turnabout, which is based on the 1995 Arnold Schwarzenegger, I want to call it political thriller. I don't know if you'd call it political thriller. He fights alligators at some point. Not a flop, but not a very big hit. GP Robo's falling down. That's what happens. That's what happens. Pay attention. Like I should have like a 24/7 stream pointed at it. It wasn't like a huge flop, but it wasn't a big hit, and I think it was a sign that Arnold had kind of lost his like big blockbuster star power. And the second game is The Arrival. The Arrival is Charlie Sheen. I think The Arrival is like 97. Charlie Sheen, looking conspicuously like Gordon Freeman, uncovers an alien conspiracy. I think it was released like the week before or the week after Independence Day, so that would be 97? Yeah. That was a big flop. That was a big flop. I remember seeing that on TV a lot. It's one of those movies they would show on TV a lot because it didn't make any money at the box office. And then the third movie that turned into a game is Johnny Mnemonic, the Keanu Reeves cyberpunk movie that he's most known for. That also got turned into an adventure game. From what I know, that is one that actually used like the movie sets. That should be interesting. It's probably also not very long. Wait, what year was that? What year was the movie? It was also like 95, right? That's not 93. Johnny Mnemonic, 95. Okay, so Eraser and Johnny Mnemonic are both 95. And The Arrival is 97. I don't know why I have that. No, The Arrival's 96. Yeah, feels more like a 96 film. I don't know why I have them in that order. I have them in that order. I don't think it matters. Independence Day was 90. Yeah, of course it was 96. So The Arrival was 96. Yeah. But I have them in this order. All three of them do things very differently. And we're going to look at it in detail. But Eraser Turnabout is like very standard FMV adventure game, I think, in the sense that it's like there's like shootout sections, there's puzzle sections, and then there's a lot of like talking to actors, very stiltedly. Whereas The Arrival is more like The Arrival has very little to do with the movie because the movie is set like in LA and Mexico or whatever. And the game is set on an alien spaceship. So it's fantastical, barely connected to the film. And Johnny Mnemonic is interesting because they used the sets of the film, not the actors, of course. And I think it just retells the same story in a Dragon's Lair interactive type of way. Just not super interactive. Ainoya, 4 years. 4 years. Hi, Noya. Thank you. 48 months. We're now officially old. We got old together. 4 years! It's kind of sinking in now, Noya. That's like I've known you longer than I knew or like had friends in like high school and university. I don't know what to think about that. The friendship. So, we're gonna at least play Eraser tonight. I think The Arrival is like a longer game. I can look up YouTube. Hey, Blair. The Arrival game long play. Nope, we're never gonna find that because it's like Slender The Arrival. Oh! Now, this is 16 minutes. The Arrival 1997 game long play. There's a playthrough here on YouTube that is assembling your studio now. It'll be the last stream you'll watch here. There's a playthrough here on YouTube that says 2 hours 42 minutes, so that'll probably be its own stream. And then Johnny Mnemonic game playthrough. We could squeeze both of them. That's also a very short game. Although from what I know, it's like from what I know, it's also like there's a lot of fail states and it's not clear what you need to do. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's also possible that even though Eraser Turnabout is a 90-minute game, that I'm so dumb it takes me a very long time to get through to it. Stranger things have happened. Okay, let's go to Game Small Scene. And let's just pause the Winamp. So Eraser Turnabout. If OBS, thank you, OBS. So this is another like hack by the Collection Chamber. A little soft. Got an intel inside.
We thought it was over, that we could all move on. But we were wrong. Dead wrong.
Oh shit, Howard A. Tolman! Game film. That's a lot of 3 dudes with middle initials. Not Phil though. Phil isn't so pretentious. Men wear masks on which they carve
masks on which they carve portraits of what they would like to be, or think they ought to be. Opportunity, like fortune, does not change a man. It unmasks him. What is under the mask may surprise you, as it often surprises the man, but it is always there.
All right. So, I suppose. Let's see what the main menu will be like. Okay. I suppose I need to do. Oh my god! Listen to this music. Hell yeah. Is there any link to the Arnie film? It is a sequel. I believe. It is a direct sequel. You're playing the character that Arnold played, which is like John Kruger or some bizarre name like that. So, let me just do a little recap of the film from what I remember, because I haven't seen it in many years, and I did not read the synopsis on Wikipedia in preparation for this stream. Arnold Schwarzenegger is John Kruger? We'll find out. He is an agent for like a fictional witness security agency of the federal government of the United States. Right. So his job is to help witnesses disappear, erase them, and keep them safe while they prosecute the bad guys, because that's the American government only prosecutes bad guys. We know this. And in the movie, Vanessa Williams is like an employee of some big tech conglomerate weapons manufacturer, and she finds out that they've got these railguns with X-ray scopes, and she finds out that the company is selling them on the black market to America's enemies. Because America's enemies, what they want is bulky, slow, high-tech weapons that are a bitch to maintain, instead of just mountains of AK-47. Obviously, they want the high-tech stuff. So Arnold helps her disappear, but there is like a mole inside the agency, which I'm pretty sure is his boss. And the way Arnold tends to make people disappear is by like faking their deaths. So he makes them disappear like hardcore. They don't just go. He fakes their deaths. He usually brings in a corpse. He carries it on his shoulder because he's like a big, strong cop man. And I don't know. He saves the day. He defeats James Caan, and everyone lives happily ever after. This is also a very strange main menu. Main controls, practice, psychological data, shooting range, games and puzzles. Let's just play the main controls. Okay, we do have a save thing. We have new. Let's go. WITSEC mission briefing. Security breach. Witness safe site compromise. Location.
Right. Side secured.
Sir, we're moving in the light cannons. Go on your signal.
Seymour's emergency signal. Who's Seymour? Milton Isaac Seymour. John Kruger. U.S. Marshal John Kruger. Seymour's emergency signal alerted WITSEC to extraction attempt by persons unknown. Hi, Juju. Perpetrators are heavily armed and dangerous. Shots fired. Proceed immediately to location. Marshal Reese on site with support. We believe area is effectively cordoned off. Thermal reconnaissance available on site. Secure Seymour and his daughter. Testimony vital to prosecute Cyrez for illegal arms distribution overseas. Go. Oh, okay. This is just light gun? There's points? An automatic reload? How do I reload?
Code 3, Marshal down. We need to get him out of here.
Am I
Sir,
dead?
Harry's hit. The back door's open. We've got to get him clear.
I've erased 2. I don't think erase is about killing people. What else can I do? Hi, Snoodle. Do I have other keys? I have escape. What does escape do? Escape just exits me to main menu. Okay, let's find the manual real quick. I'm already lost. Let's see. Online manual. Agent training. No. Threat indicator warns you of impending enemy movements. Your enemies will surrender ammunition. Bonus badges. Navigation. Oh, no idea what this is. Is there not an actual manual? Read me. That's DOSBox shit. This is just a link to the collection chamber. Chamber notes. Thank you. Press Alt-Enter. Okay. Control F4. Cycle through CDs. Control End or Control F10 to capture mouse. Escape to toggle menu bar. Video file. Audio file. Shut down the emulated version of Windows. It's fine. Eraser Turnabout has no manual documentation as such. The following is a transcript of the 3 reference cards included with the big box version of the game. Text in parentheses have been added by me for clarification. A budget re-release of the game claims to have an online manual, but instead it is a link to a web page. Reference card video navigation. Whenever this display appears, you must choose a direction to follow. I get that. Clicking the mouse, the video action will proceed seamlessly through the decision point. The arrows illustrate the possible paths for you to take. Use your mouse to move. Okay. Shooting environments. Threat indicator, warns of impending enemy movement, ammunition, bonus badges. Tells me nothing. Character profiles, don't give a shit about that. Alright. Okay, this is just the menu, because we can return. That's loading.
Ready on the right.
Oh, I can move the mouse. I have to shoot the ammo to get the ammo.
Code 3, Marshal down. We need to get him out of here.
Sir, Harry's hit. The back door's open. We've got to get him clear.
Oh! Oh shit! I'm on a desktop scene. Sorry guys. Where are you shooting from? This music is great. What happens if I completely run out of ammo? Oh, we won't find out. I have 9 remaining. Where are you? Where are you? One down here. Oh god.
Marshal down! Better contact is next of kin.
Off to a great start. Accuracy 28%. Well, and that was the Bob stream for today. Look forward to my video on Eraser Turnabout. And yet I'm ranked first. Apparently.
Ready on the right.
Need to get my Counter-Strike skills in.
Marshal down. We need to get him out of here.
Sir, Harry's hit. The back door's open. We've got to get him clear.
Stop shooting at me. Three remaining. We're almost there. Come on.
You're out of ammo. Fall back.
Oh. Is this good? Okay, so out of ammo leads to death. Put that in my notes. Out of ammo during shootout equals death. And I was so close to it. That was the last guy. This is... I just...
Ready on the right. Side secured.
I can't believe they got
Sir,
all this
we're
full
moving in the
motion
light
video
cannons.
going, and then this is the music they went with. Shut up.
Code 3. Marshal down. We need to get him out of here.
Sir, Harry's hit. The back door's open. We've got to get him clear.
Marshal down. Better contact is next of kin.
Who would have thought I wouldn't have a good time? Who could have possibly predicted this? Sorry, but the opening level being like
Ready on the
this
right.
tricky shooting section. Who's next?
Code 3, Marshal down. We need to get him out of here.
Sir, Harry's hit. The back door's open. We've got to get him clear.
No, 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 no! No bazooka. No grenades. 6 left. Who left? Plenty of ammo? Yeah? Hey! You've just been erased. Hit the spacebar to continue. Intruder alert, intruder alert, intruder alert. There's an intruder in the toilet. Okay. We have not saved, so let's be careful. God. This looks awful, by the way. That guy looked like a caveman? And I'm dead? Oh no, what have I gotten myself into? Can I load? Yes, okay. Oh, thank God. No? What's this? Never mind. No? Oh no. Operations Center?
You're not to head upstairs until you've seen Harry Reese in the infirmary.
Wait, but this isn't mission 1.
Ready on the right.
This sucks.
Code 3, Marshal down. We need to get him out of here.
Sir, Harry's hit. The back door's open. We've got to get him clear.
Bazooka! I'm almost dead.
Marshal down! Better contact is next of kin.
There's no settings or anything, right? What does quit do? Quit just quits the game. End current game. Yeah, no. Cancel. I thought I was in for
Ready
like
on the right.
a very passive ride. Where are you? Where are you?
Code 3, Marshal down. We need to get him out of here.
Sir, Harry's hit. The back door's open. We've got to get him clear.
Grenade man! Okay, can I like save? Please? I'm gonna hit escape. Hmm. Okay. Now what happens if I return? Okay. Going left. That's a shot from the movie. So there are like clever shots from the movie, like explosions. Clever shots from the movie, like explosions. So does this mean I can now load right into that part of the mission, please? Okay. I'm gonna have to do lots of saving. Great. Is there like one correct path that you just have to guess? Oh no, now we're going down the stairs. There's a grenade. What? I clicked on him? That guy didn't show up the last time. Yeah, I just want to load. These like insta-kill scenes. This is ass. In the words of a certain nerd. What's going on? Why are you turning around? Don't open the door. There's a grenade. There's a grenade. I didn't ask you to do that. Remember when I said there's no such thing as a bad game? Remember when I said that? Now, sometimes you have regrets. Okay, so I shot him, but he still killed me? Or someone else killed me? Or something? I didn't even have a choice there. I didn't have enough time to select. Yeah, go left. I don't understand the choices I'm making. Racer turnabout. Walkthrough. Feels like it doesn't seem to exist. There's a video playthrough. I don't want that. Let me see if I can read that guide again. If I can open up Notepad. Whenever this display appears, navigation arrows, you must choose a direction to follow. The video action will proceed seamlessly through the decision point. Arrows illustrate the possible paths for you to take. Use your mouse to move the cursor over the arrow, highlighting it, then click to make your selection. Clicking the mouse also fires your weapon. Choose the path quickly, or the computer will choose one for you. Clicking the mouse also examines an object. Navigate here at your own pace. Don't look back, move as quickly as possible or you'll be caught. You can skip any scene or section you are currently playing by pressing Control W? Is this true? Try it. Yes!
They're gone. 2 of them. They took my father. Said he was going back to work, that everything will be okay, but it won't. He hates Cyrez. Said he'd never go back.
Even Cyrez doesn't have this aggressive a recruitment program. Did you hear anything else? Did you see their faces?
We didn't exactly have a lot of time to get to know each other. You maniacs practically killed us all. They wore the same masks as you. And they were taking orders from someone. Not in English, though, as far as I could tell.
Okay, get her a medic and a saw. We're out of here.
I gather there was quite a little dust-up early this evening. Agents down, parties missing. Nicely staged, if I say so myself. Hope it wasn't your operation. Certainly not your style. Here, take this. There's only one reason they'd go after Mr. Seymour. The railgun guys must be back in business, and Seymour was the original man with the plan. But what I can't figure is, we've got the only disc secure at the office, don't we? So there must be more to the story. Maybe this will help you make sense of it.
Die Dresdner Bank.
Chin, you know nothing. When I was there, we worked. You two were your babysitters.
Hey, Amy.
Shouldn't even be serving you.
Yeah, well, you don't have some psycho shrink named Grace trying to crawl inside your head twice a week. You know what she told me? Nobody with a happy childhood ever amounts to much.
That's nothing. She told me she tries to walk that fine line between shocking people and merely disgusting them. I mean, come on.
Well, I'll tell you this, she may be different, but that lady's analysis has saved more
Hey,
than
Grace.
agents' lives. And I happen to think she's a hell of a lot smarter than those guys running the joint these days. She doesn't exactly hide her light under a bushel
The
basket.
acting is...
Say that again. She scares me a
The
lot more
gameplay
than
is
big
fucking
boys.
garbage.
She's got those lazy
But I can
eyes.
skip gameplay sections, I just learned.
I bet you she's quite a piece of work in the sack.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. And even if I did, I wouldn't say. In fact, there's a lesson in that for both of them. Anyway, let's just say that the way things are going over there, she's an iron girder in a house of cards, holding everything in place until things either blow over or blow up. Give me a minute.
I could use some captions.
John, These people, they're one brick short of a load, I tell you. I mean, working here, I feel like the dog that caught the car. I gotta get back in the game. Do something. Do anything. Yeah, I asked him, you know, and it was like I offered him a disease. Please. They blew me off, man. Totally.
Hey, we get some refills over here? What are we, chopped liver?
Just hard to play slow, you know? I mean, I'm not built that way. Look at me. Yeah, I did ask around. Everyone heard the bang, right? It's like deja vu all over again, you know? Losing singers, missing materials. Oh, but of course, no one's talking. See, I'm still a fed to them, right? And it's just because I think everything's different. Doesn't mean anything's really changed, man. But for my money, it's somebody who's still inside.
Hey, are you still working here? Or is that lovely apron just for show?
What? Oh, there is a tiny little apron. Yeah, take your time.
Glad I caught you. Well, I haven't been here for years. Haven't missed it a bit. Well, it's official.
There's a lot of
Project is gone.
there's a lot of head acting
Thought we'd
going
see it
on.
through. But an idea, no matter how good, isn't responsible for who believes it. And so I'm leaving. Oh, no, I really didn't have a choice. Now, somehow the absence of alternatives clears the mind. Am I grateful? No, hardly. I've always thought gratitude was merely the secret hope of further favors. I don't need any. My future's pretty much behind me.
Oh, it's the Department of Justice building. I have no idea what's going on.
Ah, welcome back. Look, just keep yourself at a safe distance for both our sakes, all right? No. Don't try to explain. First, it's not your style. And second, I've learned the hard way that what people do is a lot clearer and easier to understand than why they do it. I was just kidding myself. Telling myself stories to survive. I know now that no one is completely on your side. I just wish I knew it then. See ya, I guess. Although when I do, it'll be too soon.
Yep. Okay. Soon we can save again. So we have an environment we can walk around in? Apparently so. So let's try to save. Game doesn't crash. Venture capitalist, educator, writer, lecturer, and art collector. Grace, a veritable Renaissance man. That's what he is. Okay. Infirmary. Something else. Files. Security guard disappeared.
You're not to head upstairs until you've seen Harry Reese in the infirmary.
Noted. Is this the infirmary?
You're not to head upstairs until you've seen Harry Reese in the infirmary.
And how do I move? Oh, I just do that. Hack of all trades! No, wow. That door just opened straight up, huh?
Some dumb luck, huh? Hate to say this, but we could have done a better job of setting this one up. I'm sure we'll hear all about it. Monday morning BS. I'll tell you, I've learned that the one thing is you're nuts.
I have, Grace.
Because the company will never love you back.
Arnold fights an alligator.
I'll be out of here in no time. Meanwhile, I hope you can hold down the fort.
Vanessa Williams hacks a mainframe. Okay, so I've seen the infirmary.
I was told to have you swing by the break room before you head upstairs.
Okay. FMV adventure games and extremely slow scene transitions. Name a more iconic duo. Gotta fill up those CDs.
I'm sorry to hear about Harry. They told me coming down that he's mostly just banged up. Still shooting his mouth off. There are a lot of scared people around here these days. And you know, there's nothing I'm more afraid of than scared people. They're the ones most likely to get you killed. Meanwhile, McCord says we need to try to find Mr. Seymour.
Okay. If Arnold isn't this, had they basically produced the FMV alongside the movie? I just don't understand the logic. I think the logic was they thought, oh, the movie was going to be a huge hit. We don't need any kind of Arnold whatever, right? We'll just make a tie-in that references some of the movie, but otherwise it's technically a sequel? I don't know.
Sir, I was asked to remind you that you need to clear Mission Fitness upstairs before you return to the operations center.
And how do I do that?
Sir, file room's no longer accessible without one of the TPS security cards. You'll need to obtain a proper card and then enter it into the new access control device. Sir, I was asked to remind you that you need to clear Mission Fitness upstairs before you're scheduled to see the
Oh, does that
director.
say Mission Fitness? It does say Mission Fitness.
Miss Swanson's not in her office at this time, and I understood that you had already cleared Mission Fitness for return to active duty. I was instructed to have you see the director before you went to the operations center.
It would be nice, a little piece of text that says, go do this. Oh yeah, look at that steady cam, baby. Not steady at all. Elevator opens straight into the door. No worries, Grace.
Look, we don't have much time at the moment, so I'm going to make this very brief. We're still at risk. We have lost another singer, and Internal Affairs thinks it's an insider. Of course, that's what I love about this place. After the ship is sunk, everyone knows how she might have been run.
Worse than that. In 2 days, we've got 4 major events to secure. 2 high-consequence weapons transfers, the new $100 bill shipments, and the reassignment of several targeted prisoners prior to their trials. We're shorthanded to begin with, and now Harry's out of commission.
Yes, it may come to that. We may have to recall some of the men we released and put some of the staff into the field. Although that's not going to make IA's job any
It's
easier.
very exciting.
For now, Grace says that you're ready to go, so take Priscilla with you until Harry's back on his feet, and we'll see what we can learn from Seymour's daughter. Sam, can you, just give us a minute? Thank you. Look, John, now, I know we've had our ups and downs, but these things don't take care of themselves. But I'd like to change some things myself. But when you dance with a bear, you're not the one who decides much of anything. So for now, I am counting on you to give me a hand. Now go on. Get on with it.
I feel like I've entered a world in which people talk about nothing and I'm supposed to know the nothing that they're talking about. I only know the case of games like Tender Loving Care where an existing movie was hacked up into an FMV game, but I don't think I've ever encountered a streamlined production where the same crew is used for the movie and the game, which would be very efficient. I don't think that's the case here, though, as far as I know. The game's engine used MMX-enhanced Indio video interactive codecs to play multiple video streams simultaneously without breaks in gameplay. Wow! So I'm planning to do 3 games, 3 mid-90s sci-fi movie-based games. It's this, it's The Arrival, and it's Johnny Mnemonic, the Keanu Reeves film. That one, I know, used the movie's actual sets before they were broken down. So there you have at least that, and I believe it's just a retread of the movie with different actors. Let me just save. I'm gonna save so many times because the combat in this game is. Let's just say I'm happy that it turns out you can skip. You can skip gameplay sections. Yeah. Don't tell me I have to do all of that over again. I'll be a little annoyed. You wouldn't like me when I'm a little annoyed.
You're not to head upstairs until you've seen Harry Reese in the infirmary.
Oh my god, okay. The typewriter ahead obscures what you're typing, yep. Okay, we can just skip. Then we go to the break room. And we just skip. Then we go to fitness. And we skip. And then we go to executive offices. And we skip. Finally. Why did the camera move there? Makes it look more realistic.
John, thanks for stopping by. I wanted to show you the latest railgun schematics. We're looking for the rest of the specs, but here's a start. There are 2 operating modes. Night, which temporarily stuns and disables the target, and Kill, which virtually evaporates the target. To date, we've only experimented with the tranquilizing emission. Nighty-night is our shorthand. I'd hate to think how you'd test the Kill mode, but then that's not my problem. One other thing. Here's your new video communicator. It's pretty self-explanatory. Camera and microphone built right into the side. Just press the buttons to record and send or play back your messages. These little individual displays are real-time windows for team members in fixed locations. You can access them by clicking directly on their windows. Not much privacy left around here. That's it for me.
Yeah, the surveillance state sucks, huh? Exit? Complete silence, also.
Well, I'm still walking around here clearing out my belongings. I never knew a life's work could fit into a few banker's boxes. But I'm okay. I mean, I can't take it personally. I should know better by now. People aren't against you. They're just out for themselves.
I don't know who that is. Especially when you make a game like this.
Victor, I think your protege is, I don't know, kind of a little sideways these days. It's gone way beyond all work and no play. I mean, she's coming out all over right now. I mean, I need this like a fish needs a bicycle. I've really got much bigger problems right now.
Well, then speak to her about it. If it doesn't kill you, it'll probably make you stronger. Look, I know she's a handful, but she's got the goods. And she's not one to surrender her dreams. Just don't put her off. She doesn't like to wait.
Oh, boy, I know that. She's burning up the email. I got one from her this morning. You know what it said? The most destructive criticism is indifference. Way over my head. Why don't you talk to her?
It's dialogue.
I don't need another scorned woman.
This dialogue is as painful as the gameplay.
I'll bet you take real good care of Miss Priscilla when she waltzes herself into this place. I'd like to get to know her a whole lot better. But my daddy always said, never sleep with a woman who's got worse troubles than you. And she looks like she's had her share of hard times.
Yeah, like she'd have you. For starters, she's a whole lot smarter than you, that's for sure. Fat chance of you and her ever happening. I've seen her look right through you. Her head is someplace else most of the time. And I don't think it's exactly a vacation spot.
Yeah, well, Priscilla's got some serious baggage, all right, for a young girl. She's been here a long time, and agent years are a hell of a lot harder on you than dog years. She's distracted, all right, but she's a pro. She told me once that not wanting to care is a hell of a lot harder than not caring. She'll make it.
Hey, Brian, turn up the tube. Looks like we're the big news again tonight.
The erupting scandal continued today as students and what administrators called outside agitators once again protested the ongoing campus presence of Victor Rosenblum.
Wow, I really thought the professor had it wired all this time. Now he's out of the place and everything goes ballistic. I'll tell ya,
Now, these aren't amateurs we're dealing with.
I always wonder how they know just where we are. Maybe we do have implants and we just don't know it. Anyway, you're on. You're supposed to head over to the professor's house, meet the team there, and sanitize the whole place. And hurry. You might have company.
Say goodbye to Papa, you miserable piece of crap. Your day has finally come, and you are history. No more miserable butthead bankers, and no more payments. Free at last. Lord
There was
Almighty,
censorship?
free at last.
Sir, the thermal scan shows a number of intruders inside, but we're certain that the professor is not among them. We don't know how or when he got out, or if he was taken away.
We're in position to move on your signal. The area's closed to outside traffic and the house next door is empty.
What I don't understand is, Under a Killing Moon married fully rendered 3D environments with FMV in like 1994. Basically, that was peak. How could the genre survive so long with so little? Like I said, the 90s were wild time. Oh shit! Oh shit! No! 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 I did not mean to hit go. I meant to hit save. And I meant to write down some notes. Script is ass. Dialogue is worse than the gameplay. It's all very pretentious and boring at the same time.
We're in position to move on your signal. The area's closed to outside traffic and the house next door is empty.
Current residence of retired WITSEC executive Victor Rosenblum. Due to the unauthorized distribution of an internal WITSEC memo, Drummond University officials, certain media, and others have learned of the covert activities performed for us by Professor of Organizational Behavior Victor Rosenblum. Student demonstrations at the administrative building have campus police occupied, allowing unidentified intruders access to Rosenblum's residence. Rosenblum maintained a secure workspace that may contain sensitive materials. Secure the building, eliminate intruders, sanitize site. Field team already on location. Okay, so now I have some limited understanding of what's going on. Where are you? Oh, I kept getting hit by a grenade. Wonderful. Now my health is all messed up. I'm out of ammo. If you don't save, you're completely screwed, by the way.
We're in position to move on your signal. The area's closed to outside
There's a
traffic
score.
and the house next door is empty.
There's a score. Hey, Fluff. Looks bad. Feels even worse. No. Is it bad interesting? You could make a video out of it if you let someone else play through it. You know what I mean? As long as you don't have to play it yourself. This isn't even the worst part, actually. Well, we'll get to the worst part once we're inside the building. 9 remaining. Oh, the grenade! Vintage? I think 96? Yeah, man, student protesters would totally have a rocket-propelled grenade.
Better contact is next of kin.
You're telling me this is 3 composers worth of music, of course. I think it's, Grace, I think it's because some of the FMV scenes have they have like normal music playing in the background. Do you remember how the Wild Wild West game tried to combine... Yeah, I have to write that. Remember how the Wild Wild West game tried to combine, like, action with adventure? It's genius compared to this. Oh. Some of the music
position to move on your signal.
reminds me a little bit of
outside traffic and the house
Sand
next
Warriors,
door
actually.
Is empty.
Oh, God!
You're out of ammo. Fall back.
Alright, I think we've seen enough. I'm gonna skip this. With the magic Control W button. After I go through this whole sequence. Sometimes I wonder, how come nobody's ever heard of this game? How come this game is so obscure?
We're in position to move on your signal. The area's closed to outside traffic and the house next door is empty.
This one I understand. So, okay, let's move on to the next section.
That's all the shooters. We're clear. Cleaners are on the way.
And you'll see why this sucks. I think. Yes. You've been erased. The gameplay has been erased. I've deleted this from my computer. Area clear. Press space.
Good day, as they say, whoever you are, and welcome to my humble abode. Feel free to look about. Just don't attempt to use the main staircase. At the moment, there's only the 3 of us here. You and I and all the things we fear.
Okay, so this is... Okay, so in the previous level, there was combat here, and it sucked. And there might still be traps here, who knows. But this looks like it's a peaceful version of this gameplay. They sped up the video because it would take too long. Anyone remember what I was supposed to do?
It's my house. That's why. The musician who has not been paid doesn't play well. The most complete revenge is not to imitate the aggressor. As a matter of fact, it is a lampshade. I have nothing to say on the subject. Sorry. A man that studieth revenge keeps his own wounds green.
These are really big words coming from me. Okay? So I want you to take it in when I say this. This is one of the strangest games I've ever played. So he said don't use the stairs. So clearly if I use the stairs I'm gonna die or something?
Now's not the time to tarry. You know where my daughter went to marry. See you there.
Like, I don't understand what the game is trying to do.
As the saying goes, right church, wrong pew.
Yeah, this is it's totally the same vibe as Eraser, the movie. Yes, it's one-to-one, really seamless.
Past sins never vanish; they just wait. Pride goeth before a fall. This lamp looks appealing. It sheds a sweet light. Alas, as a clue, it isn't quite right.
Oh. I was like, oh, a clue! No.
Forewarned is forearmed. Having some trouble? Can't find your way? Look for containers in all you survey.
Containers.
This lamp looks appealing. It's foamy and sweet. But if it's clues you want, keep moving your feet. This lamp.
So I'm looking for a clue? I don't know. I'm looking for a container. A box, a chest.
Oh, look, how amusing. A view pure 3D. But looking inside, no clue will you see. The airwaves are full of pundits, it's true. But just like this object, they haven't a clue. A rhyme for my brownie. The camera's obscure. There isn't a clue here. Continue your tour. You've made it this far. Now look for a door that's newly ajar. It's not in this room. In fact, to be fair, it's in none of the rooms. It's in between here and there.
Is that an actual clue or just another funny rhyme?
You don't get something for nothing. No one forgets where he buried the hatchet.
I've had stress dreams like this. This is a nightmare. I'll be honest, I was expecting something a little bit more action-y, considering the game has shooting sections. And considering the movie has railguns and fights with alligators. Does have a posh chap giving inscrutable riddles about nonsense in a fancy house. That's what it was missing, right?
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild. You can't run with the hare and hunt with... Don't tread on me.
I can hit Control W. I can hit Control W and skip this, but I feel like I'd be missing out on something. I don't know what I'd be missing out on. Oh my god. Can I leave? Yeah? Oh god. This game is made by aliens.
The area is closed to outside traffic and the house next door is empty. That's all the shooters. We're clear. Cleaners are on the way.
Is there something here?
Think twice before burdening a friend with a secret.
Look, here it is. We found something. No? What are you doing? Was there something I had to click in the other room? There was something that I clicked on that he like... I think it was the clock or something? If I click on the clock, it might open that little door under the stairs. I just want to do this legit.
You've made it this far. Now look for a door that's newly ajar. It's not in this room. In fact, to be fair, it's in none of the rooms. It's in between here and there.
Like a little ka-chunk sound or something would have been cool, huh? And nothing looks different. Let's see, nothing happens. Nothing happens. It's not the solution. Oh my god.
Indulge me and I'll give you a clue. Sometimes the cover's more important than the book. Or, more precisely, the containers are more valuable than their contents. Indulge me and I'll give you a clue. Sometimes the covers...
I'm just gonna hit Control W. We're done. Okay, there's a secret door there somewhere. I don't know. I guess.
Welcome again. I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but if you're seeing this, there must be a more than adequate reason for my absence. In fact, I hope you'll be able to determine just what that is. Right now, you'll need to find out how to power up this computer so you can have a chance to visit with my pride and joys, the little Ralphs.
The little what? What?
For openers, you'll need to make 3 simple selections. It won't take long, and of course, you won't have very long.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna save first, because I see a fucking timer.
For openers, you'll need to make 3 simple selections. It won't take long, and of course, you won't have very long. When the 5 choices appear on the screen, check out the divisor in the other window and make your choice. All things being equal, or, should I say even, the choice should be obvious. You've got to pick the right choice 3 times in a row, otherwise, no go. Good luck.
Quote.
Denied. Denied.
Already? Okay. This was Control F4, I believe.
Well, that's all for now. I hope it helped. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you've got to be on your way. In fact, I believe they're looking for you at this very moment. Lucky for you, my magical little machine can take you there.
John, we've got a big problem. The Cyrex disk that we thought we had in secure storage is gone. We think this is why they seized Seymour. With him and the disk, they could be back in business in no time. McCord wants
We're already in disc 2, so that means we're halfway through.
desk. He's not that happy with
Thank
Priscilla,
God.
and it looks like it's gonna be your baby.
Let's just say these photos and the transcript stay our little secret for now. Like an insurance policy. To make sure things go very smooth.
Very what?
John. My, you look more lost than usual. Are you having a tough day? There's a pile of people waiting for you. Me, I'm on my way the other way. It's not my cup of tea. Like they say, tell me where I'm gonna die, and I'll be sure not to go there. Later.
Where was that person walking to? They were walking into a wall. Okay. I still don't understand what's going on.
I was told to have you swing by the break room before you head upstairs.
All right.
It's okay. I'm off duty. It'd be nice to sit and talk for a minute. It's a daily fantasy of mine. Someone listens to me for a change. Like these days, I find that the things I imagine are more vivid than the things I remember. Can't say exactly why, but I'm sure it's buried deep in the past. And your oldest fears are always your worst. I know this for sure. You should never assume that the way something begins
Hey, nervous.
is how it will end.
Okay, now to where do we go?
I was instructed to have you see the director before you went to the operations center.
Okay.
John, you know the basic situation, but here's what we have
I
learned from
do
Seymour's
not.
daughter. She said he was a real belt and suspenders kind of guy, and that there's no doubt that he'd have backed up the disc.
Hey, Sally.
Against Cyrex's rules. But the way they gave him the bum's rush out of there, she thinks it's still in his lap. And she says there's no way in.
I've got a guy inside who can help get you through the Cyrex back door. After that, you're on your own. He's been collecting extra access cards for a while instead of turning them back in. But we've got to move now, since the computer system audits the cards at the end of every month.
Harry's out of the picture. You're going to have to work with Priscilla. Now, I know that's not your style, but you'll need a diversion and some help once you're inside, and she's the best we've got available. I think she deserves a chance.
I just have to write some notes. 1 second. Tone is nothing like the film. This might be the strangest and most bizarre game I've ever made a video on.
John, they said you're headed into Cyrex through the back door. Priscilla will handle the diversion and the video surveillance. She's got the dummy chip. But you'll need these little guys. They're directional shaped charges to blow out the 3 sensor circuits that control the emergency exit doors to the computer vault. And you'll need this monitoring device to listen through the wall for the telltale tones. All 3 of the circuits
She's really trying to
give
say
off
her
an
lines.
identical tone. But there's a zillion others passing through the same set of junction boxes. It's like finding 3 moving needles in a haystack. And that's not all. We don't get in there very often these days.
Oh, the back
So
rooms.
keep your ears open for any conversations that you might also pick up on the monitor. We're really flying blind as to which target these guys are after. But my money's on the money. Those new bills are going to be better than gold and much easier to move. By the way, you need to stop by the file room on your way out to see Robert so he can get you trained up on the new access panel.
Okay, it's not that hard. Here's the new deal to get in. There's 12 cards. Only 1 works correctly in the slot. When you figure which one it is, put it next to the opening to the left of the enter button, and it'll slide in to open the door. The card that works has different data, more or less, than the other 11 cards. You use the lower slots to insert an even number of cards on each side, and then press the enter button to compare the cards. I'd suggest starting with 8 cards. Watch the blue indicator to see which group of cards has more data. This should help you, but you've only got 3 chances to compare sets of cards, so think about it before you start. By the way, we've had serious problems with file corruption recently. Not simple stuff. That's why the directors tightened things up. If I were you, I'd find a reason or make a reason to check out your file to make sure it's in shape. Don't want any surprises if push comes to shove. And one last thing. I've got another little item for you with a little more info on these target sites. Can't say from whom, but it'll save you some time if you can put it together.
I only have 10 minutes. No. I didn't want to actually. No! Go to files, you fuck. Okay. Then Boss Man. Then you.
Okay.
Okay. You can do this. Oh my god, I can do that too. Okay. Oh, there's 2 sides. You'll... You'll... We can do this. What would be like next to here? Start of an E. Here. Hidden. This isn't correct. This one isn't correct. What should be here? This one. You... will be... the ultimate. Ultimaton? No. The simple choice. No, we're missing something here. The simple choice. You will believe. Okay, they all need to be moved by one. At least. Oh! They still need to be all moved by one. Death and smoke, death and deceit, hidden firepower. Okay, and now we turn them over. And it's completely wrong. It's something else entirely. What? What if I turn it around? Aha, aha, aha! Oh, this doesn't help me? This came bundled with your PC and you could never get it to run. Consider yourself lucky. Trust me. Yeah, you're grateful. Yeah, it's... The only reason I made it this far is because you can skip gameplay sequences. I don't understand the purpose of this puzzle. The ultimate lethal simple choice, you will believe. Smoke, death and deceit, hidden firepower. And they said we couldn't give it away. Oh, okay. That solved something? Baffling! Baffling! I am baffled. I am baffled. I thought this was going to be a very straightforward game. Exit. At least we're on disc 2 already, okay? So the end is in sight.
I just saw Priscilla fire out of here. She can't still be avoiding me. What's the deal?
Yeah, man, she's just not a happy camper, and I'll tell you this. If she's not happy with herself, she's not going to find happiness somewhere else. I think she thought things were going to last with John, but, you know, she thought maybe he'd see her through. No such luck.
Nah. It's an easy assumption to make, but a very foolish one. Some people should be required to wear warning signs. He's certainly one. He's never going to know what he's got until he's lost it or thrown it away. It's better for her to forget these things and to move on than to remember them and be sad.
I don't think she's thinking about moving on. I think she's thinking about getting even. And slowly killing her.
John, back here. Now look, we've only got a few minutes till the shift change. I'm going in the side gate in the ambulance, and I'm taking this with me. Now it's got a timer and a remote. Once I'm out of there, there will be more smoke than on the 4th of July. This bomb will set off their smoke alarms, and that's your cue to blow your little charges. First, you've got to get down there past the video monitors and their security guys. You'll need this dummy replacement chip to take out the basement monitor channel. I'll monitor your progress on the radio and with the vidcam, but the reception may be bad. After you get the access cards and get in, head downstairs to the video closet and open the main control box. There are 6 video controller chips in the left-hand panel. You've got to replace the bottom chip. It's got 6 circuits with the orange dummy chip to defeat the closed-circuit TV. Now, you can only move 1 chip at a time or the guards will notice. Move the chips one at a time to the other panels or back and forth, but you cannot put a chip with more circuits on top of one with less. Now, once you've freed up the bottom position on the left-hand panel, insert the orange dummy chip and we're all set. The red flashing indicator on top next to the fan is an interrupt maintenance alarm. If you spend too much time moving chips, it'll set off the alarm. Okay, that's it. I'm heading around the side. I'll give you the signal once we're beyond the entry gate. You should move on my call. Go, go!
I'm gonna try to do this legit. Even though my brain hasn't felt this fried since fucking Eggs of Steel. Alright, so this is that stacking puzzle thing, right? I think I can do this intuitively. Music still. This music. Let's see. This here. This there. You there. You there. You there. You there. You there. I feel like I've lost it. I'm just moving everything back now. Can I just move you? Can I just replace you? No. There, you there. Got it. Yay, I'm so smart. Now? Oh, we wait.
Okay, Redbird, we're out. Our device is in place and set. Now you need to get ready to take out the vault door sensor circuits before we trigger the smoke. Use Samantha's monitor to locate the 3 circuits. Now remember, all 3 sound the same. And then you blow them on my signal. Okay, now each of the circuits, some are security, some are phone, some are power, passes through a unique sector. Your device will track the sector coordinates so you'll know where to return to plant your charges. Once you've found the 3 matching tones, position the charges and stand away. On my signal, after the smoke bomb explodes, hit your trigger and run to the emergency vault door. If things work, you should be in. If not, you're toast.
Okay, well, I'm gonna save again, and then I'm gonna be baffled a little bit more.
My chance.
So I really don't care if they hate me, as long as they fear me.
Blow 'em.
I'm so tired.
John, I've got the video signal back. I can see you. Check the desk first. Great. Now put it in the machine and let's see what the deal is. John, what's that noise? Christ, we're stuck. This means we gotta find Seymour or the professor to decode this disc. Now we've got to get you out of there. Looks like the computer has already started the audit procedure for the access cards. You've got to distribute all the cards in the lower bin or they'll be able to find our last mole. You drag each of your cards from the lower bin to either the dedicated file stacks, those 4 on the left side, or to the shared file stacks, the 8 stacks above yours, and try to get rid of all of them before the computer completes its filing and starts tracking the missing cards. Now this is even tougher than it sounds. The cards in the side stacks, which are yours, must be refiled in descending number order, but by letter type. Cards in the shared stacks above yours are also filed by letter type, but in ascending number order. If you're stuck for a move, press the seek button to cycle through all the cards you've got to refile. Now remember, there are more in your stack than you can see. Watch the count indicators to see how you're doing and whether the computer is ahead of you. And John, please hurry.
Did you get that? Did you understand that? Y08 C11 seek. Y04. I think I understand what it wants. A06. Y07. W12. I sound like a lunatic. Y03, we got one. Yeah. CO4. Oh no, they already did that one. XO4. No. XO3. There we go. C10. A04. Can we do that? Yes, we can take it over. Z04. Can I put you in a stack? No. D05. Nope, that's already been taken. C06 also been taken. W09. No. A05? Yes. CO3, yes. And then we CO8, no. X09, no. Y09, no. CO7, hey, we got one. Y06, nope. X07, nope. Okay, well, the computer's gonna do D07. I could do D08. Got the 09. Oh, we got Y08. Hey. X W A C C10 A09. Got C11 done. I think we just need to clear out our bins. Okay. Just need B9 and sorry, B8 and B9. That's all we need. I don't know if we have them. Yeah, you got B8. Okay, sweet. Now I encounter B8. And you got B9. We're done. We're good. No? We need to do more? Oh no, we win.
John, that's the central alarm. They've tracked your location. Now grab the disc and get out. Head downstairs, but watch out because the guards will be right behind you.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna save. And then I'm gonna be happy again that we have a skip sequence button. Oh no, I'm going straight into a wall!
Buddy, you're not going anywhere!
Died. It's I remember someone once in a playthrough of Heavy Rain or something. Some David Cage game where it was clear that like your decisions didn't matter. Reference that classic scene in The Matrix where Morpheus asks Neo, You think that's air you're breathing? You think that's a game you're playing? Nope. What happened? Oh shit, I have adenine in my DNA? Okay, so someone changed my fingerprints.
You people are a bunch of clowns. I thought you had the incursion handle. Sounds like he barely got out of there with his rear end intact. But of course, you wouldn't know that since we don't know where the hell he is. Or whether they've got him and the disc.
He'll turn up. You know he's always worked alone. It took me years to win his confidence, if I have. And I'm sure he was not too comfortable with Priscilla acting as the outside control. What I don't understand is why he hasn't checked in by now.
Well, I don't know what to think. Been a mystery to me lately, and that makes me very nervous. I don't like mysteries. I like simple stories with happy endings. On your way out, ask Mrs. P to pull this file, will you? And send it in.
Priscilla! I am tired of taking the heat for John. Oh, I know he's out there. The guy's too miserable to die. He's probably running around all the time listening in on the communicator without acknowledging anyone's call.
Harry, look, I'm sorry. I know I should have stayed with him or tried to follow up. But when all the alarms went off over at Cyrex and all the security guards were all over the place, I lost contact with him. Then I figured I'd better come back here and report in. But you know what? I'll tell you one thing. If the professor's the only one other than Seymour who can figure out how to decode that disc, that's where John is headed.
Hello? Hello? Who the hell is this?
Looks like we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Take Kruger to Witsec and stash him in the basement. I've got an idea.
Greetings. Your mission is simple. If too many of your early bird buddies show up for work and load up the 6 elevators later this morning, they will explode. To prevent that unfortunate result, you must move and lock out all the elevators at the top of the building using your mouse to click on the control buttons. You'll note that each control button moves 3 elevators at a time, up or down, depending upon their prior position. Time's a-wasting.
Okay. I have to presume we're near the end because a house exploded. Amy, I'm pretty sure. Movie not yet available? Huh? I've never had this happen before in a FMV game. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that footage was from the movie. They've used a couple of shots of exploding things from the movie before. Okay. I don't. I'm just gonna skip. I don't give a shit. I don't understand how this puzzle works. These fucking quotes, man. There's way too many of them.
No, listen. I've told you this too many times already. You wire the funds today, or forget the whole thing. You have the account number. I'll handle the confirmation.
We got another nasty situation. Someone blew up the professor's cabin. We never even thought he used it anymore. Never thought to check it out. John's the only one who's ever been out there. Now we think he's a goner. The blast was huge.
Jesus Christ, John, what are you doing back here? You scared the crap out of me. The whole town's looking for you. And I don't think it's because they're waiting to send you a candygram, pal. Look, there are a lot of bad vibrations around here. Lots of closed doors. Are you in trouble?
That's not the worst of it. We have a witness. So one of our vans and can put John right at the scene before the blast. It doesn't look good. And we found a piece of a detonator that looks familiar.
And we checked the two prints that we pulled from the detonator against our files. They match John's right hand exactly. I've checked twice here. There is no mistake.
Break into headquarters? What are you, nuts? Until you're clear, pal, you want to be heading the other direction pronto. Look, they got new security on the files. You'll never get in there. I mean, it's tighter than a tick's butt.
Well, that's enough for me. His dossier's a mess, right? He's gone south on us. Professor's gone. Now I've got no choice but to bring him down. Come on, let's go.
Hey, John, I am pumped, pal. This is better than the old days, playing by our rules and not theirs. I'm set to go. Look, there's gonna be a hot time on the old street in front of Witsec tonight. I'll pull off the night guards out front, but you gotta get into the filing room to check out the dossiers. And if I were you, I'd take a shot at the computer in the Mission Fitness office to see if you can get back into the Hubris system to get some help. Oh, try the file room first, because once you're upstairs, you should have all the time in the world you need.
What? Fitness. Should have saved. What a strange computer setup. Of course, this puzzle that I don't understand how it works.
Denied. Denied.
Okay. Save. Go to files. The timer is an hour. uh, 2156. Four, 3, 11, 12. I don't. What?
Access denied. Access denied.
I've been at this for 2 hours. I'm happy to skip this puzzle that I don't even understand how it's supposed to work. There's something about one of the cards has a different coding, and you're supposed to compare them. And you only have 3 chances. Unlocked! Okay. John Kruger. Age 48. Hey, Red. Marital status single. Education Oxford. No advanced degrees. Psych profile. John seems high-strung and intense, cynical and argumentative. He examines and conceptualizes everything. Attempting to work things out in his mind. He has become somewhat detached, and if this continues, I expect that John will begin to take an antagonistic stance towards anything that interferes with his inner world. He may become more abrasive just to test us.
John, I wish you could forget I'm the boss. And just think of me as a friend who's always right. Now, I'm sure you'd do things differently in my place. You see, that's not your job. In fact, the only job where you start at the top is digging a hole. And there are plenty of those. Now, I tell the same thing to Harry all the time. Ultimately, it's up to you. There are no shortcuts. No one can do it for you. Make it, or you don't.
Red, the player character is Arnold's character, and is completely silent and invisible.
Confirmed. Confirmed. Identified.
God, these sounds. What am I doing here?
Confirmed.
Federal, okay, Alpha Section, Director Bruce McCord, Strategic Intelligence, Victor Rosenblum. Mission Fitness, Grace Swanson. James Rawl, John Kruger, Harry Reese, Priscilla Kent, Brian Gill. Who's that? Oh my god!
In this place, friends, they come and go. Your enemies, you accumulate and stick around. I'll be back, okay? But on my own terms. Soon enough.
Psych profile, nothing.
Confirmed. Identified. Confirmed.
Am I like...
Identified.
Am I trying to find an imposter? Like, what's going on? I mean, I know asking what's going on in this game is, dangerous.
You know, my dear, that experience is the hardest teacher. It gives you the test first, and then the lesson. All the advice in the world is less instructive than a good example. And I intend to show them what I mean.
I'm gonna mute the game. Not mute, lower the game volume for a bit.
Confirmed. Confirmed. Identified.
Found that deception is invariably practiced on the self first. You can fool the fans, but not the players. I've waited. I've cried inside. And God knows, when I couldn't be kind, I was mercifully vague. But now it's my time. You see, the daughters of lions are lions too.
It's a little suspicious, isn't it? Grace believes it's up to her to try to improve everything. She's blah 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 blah.
Identified.
Okay, well that's nothing then. Samantha Rourke.
Identified.
James Rawl.
Look, if they want to show me how much they appreciate me, I got a simple answer. Money. It speaks all languages. People work for money. If you want loyalty, buy a dog.
Buy a dog?
Identified.
With money?
Look, Harry, I can't help you if you won't let me. If it's over, if it's long past, I'm sure he'll give you a break. I mean, he's strict, but he's not stupid. We've all made mistakes when we were young. Even the president experimented.
Yeah, but he had a lot of help. It seems to me that all my friendships are becoming hardships.
Am I actually doing anything here, or is this just like Priscilla? Priscilla was weird, right? She looks like a convict in that picture.
If it was anyone else but him, I'd say give it to him straight. But he's got a big problem with baggage, and this is way over the limit. I've got to put it in your file. I work for the government, just like you. We have no rights. But I won't say anything, for now. No one but him has access to these files, and he has no reason to be looking. Just be sure to keep your skirts clean. In case it's not obvious, it's a little difficult to stay clean in a dirty business like this. Oh, but then again, you should know that.
Incredibly natural line delivery.
Identified.
Alright, I'm just gonna quit then. I don't know what the purpose of that was. It just has the green screen taped onto it. Mission. Let's save. This has been an exhausting stream. All right, enter. This again?
Denied. Denied.
Control W. Welcome to the Human Behavior Reference and Information System. This is a work in progress created by Victor Rosenblum for the Federal Witness Security Program. Continue. Enter words into the text box above to begin your search. Hubris will accept more than one word when they are linked with the word "and." Reading and writing, not reading or writing. What? Rosenblum? Reading and writing. Help. Priscilla. Kruger. Witzek. Cyrez. Think twice before burdening a friend with a secret. Harry. What is the bar? What is the most likely, least likely bar at the end? Poop. I can just exit?
John, it's me. Oh, thank God I reached you. I'm okay. There's some nasty business in my cabin, but it's past. And right now, you've got to get back to the game. Now, they've located the building where they're holding Seymour, but they've got 2 rail guns. And there's one more prototype which apparently they didn't find. It's in the lower attendance room behind that old airport parking structure. You know the one. Yes. Well, they've still got men there. Now, you're going to have to shoot your way in. Now, get the gun, and then get over to that abandoned factory on Elston. Yeah, red brick building. Our team's set up across the way, behind the embankment.
Was he call? He was calling me on the phone?
And John!
He's calling me on the phone! On my communicator!
Through to the director immediately. It's Victor Rosenblum.
Victor, is that you?
Yes, it's me. Look, I'm all right and I've reached John. He's on his way over to the factory. But I asked him to try to locate the last railgun prototype on his way in. Yes, I'm sure you'll need it.
Caution, unsecured transmission. John, I just spoke to Victor and know where you're going. Whatever you're doing, I want you to know you've got my support. We've worked together far too long for me to stop trusting you now. Grab the railgun and get over to the warehouse. We've got a couple of field agents in place, but they're outgunned, and be careful. He's gonna save.
next of kin.
Can't believe I'm doing this shit for free. I'm gonna skip this shit. Can't? I can't skip it? Oh, good God. They got the prop from the movie.
John, glad to have you and your new friend. We'll need it. We were seriously outgunned. Now they've got Seymour in there. He's a one piece so far, but we can't get at him without neutralizing their sentries. All right, here's what we know.
Marshal, there are 6 perimeter sentries in the place, all linked to a communication center somewhere on the left side of the top floor behind all those windows. You'll have to use the railgun very sparingly, stun mode only at this point, to take out all the sentries before they spot you or the gun. If they get you in their sights, you're in trouble.
The real players are bracketing the hostage. Now, he's somewhere in the center tower, and they've got firepower to match yours. So after you shut down the rent-a-cops, you're gonna have to blow away these bad boys. But you must wait until the main guards move away from Seymour, because we just can't risk killing him. You may have only one shot at each of these guys, so make it count.
John, listen to this. The craziest thing, I got a guy sitting down here at my place right now telling me all the gory details about the very building that you're looking at. Look, I don't know whether to trust him or not. It sounds like it's all true, except for the facts. Anyway, he says that the communications guy is in one of the 6 top floor rooms. That's right. There's 2 windows to a room on the left end of the building. So if you could take him out with one nice, clean, direct shot, all the perimeter sentries go down. But if you hit either of the 2 rooms where their weapons are stored, that's right, you are history. Yeah, tough choices, I'd say. It's kind of like shooting pool with a rope. Now, I asked him which room does he think that the setup's in. He said he thinks it's the 3rd room from the right.
He sent a picture to the phone call? Okay. We need Seymour now more than ever. Without him, we may never decode the disk and uncover the informant within WITSEC. The thermal scope of the railgun you are carrying should aid you in threat elimination. Provide blah 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 blah. Save. One, 2, 3.
Well, that was another very disappointing experience. You took out Seymour, embarrassed the service, and blew the whole deal. All I can say is, if you can't run with the big dogs, you stay up on the porch.
At least that had a little bit of a reprimand FMV thing. Let's see. 247. Well, that was another disappointing experience. Clipped. God. This is a tough one.
heavens you're here. What's happened to my daughter? Is she okay?
She was fine, sir. She was unharmed. Just a little shaken up.
Thank God. I can't tell you much, but I'm almost certain that their contact is an old-timer. Knows all the ins and outs. They were plenty scared of him.
The pacing is just like... Ah.
So John, tell me all about it. No, not Seymour. I couldn't give a rat's if he lives or dies. Tell me about the big gun. Hey, were you tempted to take out a few of our friends while you were at it? I mean, there's always some bait that a man can't resist. Which leads me to Mr. Gill. You know, I always said that this was a cash and bury business. And I'm thinking maybe I said it a little too often around Brian. Yeah, he seems so sincere, but of course, once you can fake that, everything else comes easy.
Turns out I can't join you tonight. Full plate, nothing personal. And then tomorrow I'm in the field. My big chance to see how the other half lives. Speaking of which, Brian's head's still not straight. He's so hard on himself. I told him that people don't walk over you until you lie down. But he needs to hear something from you as well. I think he'd change some things if he could. Hindsight's such an exact science.
Well, I hope this disc was worth all the trouble that we went through to get it back in one piece. Come on, let's see what we got here.
Sir, look, I know you're anxious, but with all due respect, we haven't checked this disc out. Look, we don't even know if it's legitimate. Could I just have a little while to run it through some tests and some virus checks?
Just put it in my personal laptop.
All these niceties. Look, we gotta move on this thing.
Click autoexec.bat.
Let's just give it a shot.
What's the worst that could happen?
The auto-destruct activation sequence is engaged.
Oh, of course.
Look, there must have been something on the disk here. The computer's going to try to link the top and bottom rows on the screen. John, I know this is more up your alley, and I just don't have a clue what to do. Now, I know you've got to block its path before it builds a continuous red line. So use the mouse to click on the insert those blue failsafe blockers into its path.
Execute. Execute. Hit escape to save. This really interrupts the flow, but I can't risk having to play more of this game than I have to. This is just like really big tic-tac-toe. Oh.
Jesus, we were so close. See, I'm sure the disk had all the data that we needed. So now it's been erased and we're back at zero.
Erased!
A stupid mistake. Say, maybe you weren't ready to get into the game after all.
Yeah, reprimand me after you put the CD into a computer. Should have just had a scene of the office building exploding or something. Hey, I'm smarter than computer.
Nice catch. Glad you happened to be on hand. Stupid of me not to check for a Trojan horse first. These aren't amateurs we're dealing with. Come on, let's see what we got.
Clip from the movie. Yeah, okay. Right.
All right. For the benefit of all personnel in this room, and not for broadcast or redistribution, one of our own. Someone at one of today's live sites is the problem that we've been trying to solve. So as soon as we find out who it is, we'll act. For now, it is SOP. Let's get a round of updates.
All right. Open link to Site 1. Site 1, status, please. All other sites, stand by to report seriatim.
It's actually nice to be out here with the little people, so to speak. It's not very exciting. No change.
It's all clear here. We're about halfway done. It seems like it's taking forever, but we're moving. No problems. But then, as someone once said, just because the river's quiet doesn't mean the crocodiles have left.
Not much going on. The transfer is proceeding smoothly. No sign of trouble.
They're processing our group one at a time. The boys are 2 or 3 positions ahead of me, but in sight. It's as slow as molasses.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is for all the marbles. We've got one internal affairs team available for emergency response. They're standing by to move in our direction. And we got 4 hot sites. They're all live and ready to go in the next 10 minutes. John, you've got the ball. Make the call and we'll move. And by the way, I know it is not an easy decision. It's just an inevitable one. But which site will it be?
So I just gotta choose. Can I save? So one of them is the traitor or something. The guy I rescued said it was an old timer.
That's actually nice to be
So
out
not
here.
her. Probably him.
All clear.
Maybe him. I don't think it's him. Bank? No. Lady was the chemical. I think it's the guy at the nukes.
I hope you're not surprised. After all, we're in the business of being betrayed. Loyalty? We have no loyalty.
That was
to
for
our friends in
dogs.
this
You said,
place.
yeah.
Only interests. It was the cash, of course. As they say, the money's always there. It's just the pockets that change. We're not talking about small change here. We're talking about life-altering amounts. And as the saying goes, too much is always better than not enough. And remember, kid, winners don't have to explain.
Welcome to the Witsec BBS. His login name is just his normal name. What's his password? Oh. Daffodil. Hello, John. Nice try as usual. I'd expect nothing less of you. This is the most impolite way to say goodbye, don't you think? Just disappearing without a trace? Look, I know this has been on you, and I want out as much as anyone. But, you know, someone should get out in one piece. Why not you? You're out for now, but I reserve my rights if we need you. Bruce. You've just been erased. I've just been erased. Do we at least get credits? No, no! Wow. Okay. Not even credits. Wait. Not this. Cancel. There was still the training stuff. I want to see what that looks like, or at least get some footage of it. Practice. Psychological data. Please insert disc 1. Uh-huh. Can I do that? Control F4, F11. Can I go back to disc 1? Oh, no. I don't think I can go back to disc 1. Shit. How do I leave the game? Ah, this sucks. Let's hope we didn't corrupt it. I think we're okay.
We thought it was over, that we could all move on.
This system is designed to determine your potential effectiveness in the field. By honestly and thoughtfully... Okay, demo. What is this? Oh man, I don't care. Okay. And that's just the other computer systems. Shooting range. This is just the shooting levels. And they fucking suck. Games and puzzles. So we could play all the puzzles? Weird. Okay. That was and forever will be Eraser Turnabout. And, wow! Wow! Oh shit, there is credits. Imagination Pilots Entertainment. Manual and supplementary text. Project accounting. It was fun watching. Well, at least that. You know, if this experience was saved by the fact that you can skip all the puzzles and sequences with a shortcut code. If it weren't for that, I don't think I would have made it through. Because even with the saving, some of those sections are completely inscrutable, and just terribly made. This is definitely one of the strangest games I've ever played on stream. Just because it would just kind of like all the FMV stuff was weird and kind of weird in a typical way, but then the gameplay and stuff was really weird too. None of it made sense. Goodbye. None of it made sense. I'm gonna have to like, okay, so the idea is I'm not gonna make a video just about this game. I'm gonna combine it with, I still have 2 more movie-based adventure games from around the same time that I'm also gonna do. They'll stream over the next weeks. But like, this was headache-inducing and on so many different levels. Utterly bizarre. Utterly bizarre. I'm gonna take some time now to write down my notes, but like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight. Headache-inducing on an infinite amount of levels. Thanks, gang, pals, friends, Romans, countrymen. I'll be back next week with some more game dev streams, and next time we'll be playing The Arrival, based on the hit failure of a movie starring Charlie Sheen. Raid on the Twitch side. We're gonna raid into Nervous, who is building a Gundam. You know, we like Gundams here, don't we, folks? Got one right there. Right there, you can barely see it. Thank you so much for hanging out. God, Eraser Turnabout. Do not play Eraser Turnabout. It's a cognito hazard. It's an SCP. It's a dangerous object whose power and influence are beyond all mortal comprehension. They captured something on film, but it is not of this world. I'm gonna write that down. They captured something on film, but it was not of this world. I'll see you all next week. Please have a lovely evening, day, morning, whatever time zone. Just as long as you remember that today is the day. Oh, and I missed the button. Hold on.